optimizing price against rank and sales. In this lesson, we're going to cover what to do when you hit page 1 above the fold, balancing the scales on price, rank, and sales, and what not to do for long-term success. So you've hit page 1, now what? Well, it starts with understanding what position on the page you are aiming for. Use competitor data within the Managed by Stats Retriever Chrome extension to understand how like-for-like products are performing with lower reviews at a similar price point. And when your full price organic sales are higher than your daily target, slow down your promotion code distribution to 0 over a few days, ensuring total sales stay consistent. Then you want to start to increase your price, and only increase it by $1 and leave it for 1 or 2 days and see if the sales and ranks stay consistent. Continue to increase your price by $1 until you reach your target price. Don't increase your price substantially in a single action, as this can cause issues with your listing, including losing the buy box on your own listing. Don't worry too much about that now, just follow this process and increase by $1 at a time, leave it for 1 or 2 days to let that settle in and then increase again. And if you see that your sales or rank starts to decline within your product performance tracker, reduce the price to the previous price point and leave it for 7 days while continuing to get reviews and sales. So here are some common mistakes and things not to do. So we don't want to raise the price too quickly before we have enough reviews to justify the price. And as I said, we don't want to raise the price substantially in one action. A big mistake I see is not tracking the data. As you know, we use our product performance tracker to track daily, so we've got a clear view on exactly what's happening and the impacts of our changes. And another big mistake I see sellers make is ignoring the key performance indicators such as sales and rank. Moving that price up to your target price is a key objective for us to get into profit. However, you can't ignore the data and the market will dictate the price. If you move the price up too quickly and ignore those key performance indicators, often you're going to price yourself out of the market, lose rank, and then you'll need to relaunch to regain that rank and start the process again. And finally, don't get complacent with acquiring reviews. You should always be analysing how effective your review getting strategy is, how effective your product insert is, how effective your email follow-up series are, and continually focus on acquiring positive reviews for your listing within Amazon's guidelines. If you do find that a competitor is getting reviews much faster than you are, consider ordering their product to see what they're doing. Here I have the product performance tracker for a live product launch that we're executing right now. And as we covered in tracking the data, we started at $9.99 and our target price is $19.99. And we had moved up to $11.97 before we ran out of stock, and we've currently closed the listing while we're processing that stock and getting it back into inventory. If you look at where I moved the price, so on day 24 we were still at $9.99. I had secured top 3, top 10 placement for our target 5 keywords for launch. That gave me the confidence to then start moving the price up towards my target price. I moved it to $10.87, which had a positive impact on the total sales that day. Other things I'm looking at are how has it affected unit session percentage? Has it had a negative effect on conversion or a positive one? How many sessions did I receive that day? Has it had a negative effect on my click-through rate from the search results, winning the click, or a positive one? And how has it affected my PPC performance and my PPC contribution or total ACOS in the big picture? And then finally, has it affected rank? Now typically you won't see it affect rank for a couple of days as it's not an immediate effect. However, these are the things that we want to be looking at and monitoring closely when changing price. If we find that it's affected the number of sessions in a negative way, we might consider reducing that price down to win more of those clicks until we have more of the reviews to justify that price. Or if we find conversions being affected and it's gone down on my unit session percentage, I would consider moving that price back, wait until I've got a few more reviews and then trying to push that price up again. I should note that you don't want to make changes based on 1 day's worth of data. You want to leave it a good 2 or 3 days before making a decision to ensure that it's not an anomaly and it's actually a trend. Sometimes you will see these metrics drop before they get better. So after a few days, you'll have a good view of whether that is a trend or not. And sometimes you may even need to leave it up to a week before you have enough data to make a conclusive decision. If after a week's worth of data, it's consistently dropped on either conversion or sessions, that's a strong indicator that you should be moving your price back to the previous price point. After 2 or 3 days, you will start to see rank drop if that's the case, and you only want to let that happen for a couple of days before you take action and move the price to regain rank. In this lesson, we covered when achieving page 1 rank above the fold for our target keywords, start to increase the price towards our target sales. Continually monitor sales, rank, and conversion, and balance the scales reactively. In the next lesson, we're going to discuss sustaining rank profitably, but for now, when you hit page 1 for your target keywords above the fold, start to increase that price towards your target price. I'll see you in the next lesson.